Good afternoon, everybody. Ruben and myself will be giving a webinar on the cleaning program. This session will be recorded for your information. I'll first start with the hoses belonging to our cleaning product range. The Clean Master product range can be divided into three main categories: washdown, pressure wash, and water blast. Now let's start with the definition of these categories. Washdown is the process of cleaning or washing a surface or piece of equipment for appearance, sanitation, or removal of contamination. Pressure wash is also called power wash and is the use of high pressure water spray to remove loose paint, grime, dust, mud, chewing gum, and dirt from surfaces and objects such as buildings, vehicles, and concrete surfaces. Water blast is a technique for cleaning internal and external surfaces which relies entirely on the sheer force of water from a pressurized source to achieve the desired cleaning effect on the intended surface. Abrasives, toxic and potentially harmful chemicals are not used in water blast cleaning systems. In addition, the very high pressure makes it ideal for water cutting and hydro-demolition of concrete. Now, looking at the three categories in terms of working pressure, there's washdown, high pressure on pressure wash, and ultra high pressure on water blast. This brings me to the importance of stamp. Stamp has been mentioned in many webinars already, but I'd like to repeat what it stands for: size, temperature, application, material, pressure. Each of these elements is important in the correct choice of the hose in the Cleaning Master program and in every hose program, in fact. Now let's have a look at the first category, the washdown hoses. Washdown hoses have a textile reinforcement and are intended for low to medium pressure applications. Temperatures can go up to 100 degrees Celsius. The application includes cleanup and washdown in industrial facilities. The washdown process may involve rinsing with fresh water, but can also involve the use of detergents and cleaning chemicals. Food and pharmaceutical industries require periodic washing to kill bacteria. And what are the gate solutions for washdown applications? We have the Clean Master Washdown, the Clean Master Washdown 1000, and the Washdown Master. The second category is pressure wash. These hoses have either one wire braid or two wire braid as a reinforcement and are good for medium to high pressure. Temperatures can go to 120 degrees constantly. The application is hot and cold water, high pressure cleaning equipment, and can be used on pressure cleaning equipment for commercial and industrial purposes in food processing and car wash applications. A solution here is the Clean Master Pressure Wash hose, either 3000 or 4000 with one wire braid reinforcement, and the Clean Master Pressure Wash 5000 and 6000 with two wire braids. The third category is water blast. Water blast hoses have a spiral wire reinforcement, either 4 layers or 6/12. Pressures are ultra high. Temperatures can go up to 70 degrees. The application is ultra high pressure cold water cutting devices, blasting applications, and cleaning equipment including high-pressure stream of seawater to remove marine growth on offshore oil rigs. Gates has its water blast extra tough hose. This slide gives an overview, a summary of all the hoses within the CleanMaster product range. Different temperatures, tube materials, cover materials, reinforcement, cover colors, as well as the different pressures and hose sizes. As you can see, we have a very broad range to offer. Now let's have a closer look at the various hoses within this range. First of all, the CleanMaster washdown hose. This hose is recommended for low pressure cleanup and washdown activities in breweries, dairies, food plants, paper mills and industrial plants. The cover is non-mark, which is very important in food and dairy plants and breweries. You don't want the hose to leave any stains on the equipment or on the production floor. The CleanMaster washdown is suitable for cold and hot water up to 100 degrees Celsius. Tube and cover are EPD. Next one in the range is the CleanMaster washdown 1000. This hose is recommended for medium pressure cleanup and washdown operations using mild detergents in meat processing plants, in poultry processing plants, in dairies and other food processing plants. I want to point out that both meat and poultry are quite aggressive when used with a non-suitable rubber, so it's very important to look at the material going through, not just going through the hose, but also the environment in which the hose is used to make sure that the rubber is suitable for its purpose. Again, the cover is non-marking. Temperatures can go to 100 degrees Celsius. Tube and cover are modified nitrile. The cover is resistant to weather, oil, animal fat, and heat. And then we have the washdown master. This hose is recommended for hot water and open steam system washdown activities for the food and dairy industry, such as paper mills and food handling and processing plants. And cover is non-marking. Temperatures can go up to 164 degrees Celsius. Tube and cover are EPDM based, and this hose has FDA certification. Slide gives an overview of the various washdown applications. As said before, breweries, dairies, food processing plants, sanitation, paper mills, and industrial plants. This brings us to the CleanMaster pressure wash hoses. These hoses are recommended for cold and hot water high pressure cleaning and are used on pressure cleaning equipment for commercial and industrial purposes, in food processing and sanitation, and in car wash application. The blue and grey cover are non-marking. We also have this hose available with a black cover. Temperatures can go up to 120 degrees constantly, but also up to 150 degrees on an intermittent basis. The tube is nitrile based and the cover is modified nitrile. The cover is UNSHA approved. Just an overview of the various pressure wash applications as listed before. Then we have our last one, the water blast, WB Extra Tough. This hose is recommended for ultra high pressure. ultra-high pressure cold water cutting devices, blasting applications, and cleaning equipment, including high-pressure stream of seawater to remove marine growth on offshore oil rigs. Its cover is black. Temperatures can go up to 70 degrees Celsius. The tube is nitrile-based, and the cover is the Gates high abrasion-resistant extra tough cover, which is also ANSHA approved. The design is very flexible. Just to look at various applications, including oxidation removal, tank cleaning, hydrodemolition of concrete, paint removal, and marine cleaning. So let's have a look at the selling features. CleanMaster Washdown, non-marking cover, very important. Washdown 1000, cover resistant to oil and animal fat. The Washdown Master, FDA approval. CleanMaster Pressure Wash exceeds the EN 1829-2 standard. Blue and grey cover are non-marking. Working pressures have recently been upgraded and are ranging from 21 to 42 megapascal, or 3,000 to 6,000 psi. The hose has smaller bend radii and is also available in longer lengths up to 100 meters continuously, making it very ideal for sewer cleaning purposes. And then Water Blast, available with the Gates extra tough cover, offering 25 times the abrasion resistance of the Gates standard cover. A spiral wire design, which is very flexible. Let's have a look at the competition. CleanMaster Washdown, who are we up against? There's Parker with their Washdown series. Eaton, Washdown 1000 and Dairy Washdown, and then there's Trelleborg with Cleanet, BioClean and Bergalac. What are the benefits of Gates versus competitive products? We have a wide range of sizes, both imperial and metric. Our hoses are suitable for a wide range of applications, ranging from paper mills, food handling and processing, and meat and poultry plants. FDA approval is available. The Master Pressure Wash. There's the Eaton range, the Jet range from Manuli, Parker with its blue ribbon and hurricane hose, and then there's Semperjet and Semperjet Eco from Semperit. The benefits of Gates CleanMaster Pressure Wash hose are a wide range of pressures, reduced minimum bend radius, and intermittent temperatures up to 150 degrees Celsius. And then there's Water Blast. There's Eaton Safe Shield, Manuli with its Golden Blast range, and Fluidtech Engineering and Trading with their Anflex WB series. But the Water Blast has a high abrasion resistant cover and a very flexible, spiral wire design. Now try to switch the screen to my colleague, Ruben. Just a moment, please.
So what I want to talk about is the pressure wash couplings. On the left-hand side, you have the female part, and on the right-hand part, you have the male part of the coupling. So when going a bit more in detail, this one is a female swiveling coupler, and that consists of two parts. So you have one part is a brass nut, and you can't see it on the picture, but the brass nut is under the black PVC, and that's a brass nut that's because it's a water application. It's good that it's in brass because of corrosion, and it extends the lifetime. The plastic black PVC that goes above it is an ergonomic protection and that's guarantees easy and improved handling and fastening. So you can just take your hands, you don't need a wrench or whatever to attach it. You just take it between your fingers and you screw it onto the pressure wash application. As you can see here on the right picture, this is the pressure wash application. Normally this kind of coupling goes on the application where the previous one, this one here, the male one, goes in such a pistol. This coupling is rated at a working pressure of 42 megapascal or 420 bar and a maximum temperature of 121 Celsius or 150 Celsius. Recently, somewhere beginning of the year, we have done some updates with regards to this coupling. We had some customer feedback that on the pressure wash models, there had been some modifications. And what we had in range was a coupling with a short nut, or what I like to call a short nut, and the newer models required a longer nut. So what we've done, we've changed the design of the coupling, and we added a longer nut to our coupling. So the old model with the short nut could only be used on the older models requiring an older nut or a shorter nut, and not on the newer models. So by upgrading it with a longer nut, you have now a coupling that fits both types of pressure wash units, both the ones that require a shorter nut and a longer nut. So that is a handy benefit with the update that we have installed now. And in previous days, you could use the old nut on the newer applications, but then you had to buy an adapter, and that adapter was also expensive. We didn't have it in range, so it was not an ideal solution. Now you have one coupling that fits both the old and the new models. So as you can see here, we have the part numbers. They are now all on our price list. So the FPWX is still the one with the short nut. The FPWXL, the L for long, is the one with the longer nut. So we are changing from the short nut version to the long nut version. I think most of the changes have been done. And when the stock of the old version is depleted, these ones will become inactive. So what do we have in range? We have 3 FPWXL couplings, so these type here with the black nuts on there, and we have in our range as well 6 standpipe connections. Oh, too early. 6 standpipe connections will go into those pressure wash pistols. We already had 5 references in our program, and after some comparison and looking at the gaps range, I also added the 4G11 PWSP. So we already had a 4G10 PWSP, and what does that 10 and 11 stand for? Well, if you look here at the table, you see the length, dimensional data. You see length I is, so this is this here, when you look at the right bottom picture, is this connection here. The length is either 11 or 10. So we added one with a 4G11. Moving on, I also added 7 new brass adapters to our range. So as you may know, Gates has a wide portfolio of GIC and BSP adapters, but those adapters are in carbon steel, and most of them are all port adapters. So for the pressure wash applications, I've added 7 brass adapters, of which I have added 3 male BSP adapters and 3 female BSP, so 3 male, 3 female BSP, and 1 male on both sides with an M22 thread. So why did I add this? Because we have some millimeter adapters, so 22 millimeter adapters in range, but those are port adapters, and to have an adapter that fits this kind of coupling here, this with the black nut, this FPWXL, you need a more conical adapter, as you can see here. Otherwise, it will not fit. So you need that conical shape of the adapter in order to fit the coupling into the adapter. Then you can convert it to a BSP thread, either connected to a port or to such a pistol. So possibility. Or if you want to connect two FPWXL couplings to each other and two hose assemblies to each other, you just add this adapter, and then you have converted those two female couplings. And lastly, we also checked our pressure wash sleeves. We already had some in our range, but I have added some sizes. And why is this handy? Well, this PVC cover, one, it protects your equipment from outside influences. For instance, if you drop the assembly or somebody runs against it or a machine runs against it, it will protect it. It's also, if you want to do some water spraying by hand, it can be used as a cover that fits your hand, so it easily fits in your hand. It also increases life expectancy because it goes over the ferrule and the hose. So as everybody knows, the weakest link of a hose assembly is where the ferrule and the hose comes together and where it scrimps. So this goes over the ferrule, so it prevents that it can be bent at that place. So there will be no less probability that it gets some interference or that there's something that goes wrong there. So we have those available in 3 sizes, in -4, 5, and 6, and available in 2 colors, in black and blue. So below you can also see the product numbers and the sizes, but all of that is also available on our field bulletin from beginning of the year, and in all the numbers are in our customer price list.